Speaking of the Miami Dolphins, safety Jevon Holland is sitting next to me here at Hollywood Kia.
Yo.
And Crowder is at the NFL Film Studios in, where is it, Mount Laurel, New Jersey?
Mount Laurel, New Jersey. I just watched Jevon haul last down the field.
I imagine that's going to be a topic of conversation on Inside the NFL tonight. Jevon might be tired of talking about it already because before the show started, I was making him relive everything that happened on Friday, but we will get into it. But we are not worthy, Jevon. We are not worthy. Just tell it before we get rolling here, and we have a great show for you today from Hollywood Kia. Jevon will be with us for this entire first hour. We're going to talk some Miami Hurricanes. John Michaels is going to join us today. We have a lot of stuff to get to, including the Don Bailey Jr. season-long montage that Solana has been working on. Solana's in the studio today because he'll be doing the Heat game tonight. Today, by the way, is also a Ticket Wizard Tuesday on the Hoch and Crowder Show. Traffic tickets happen to everyone. Don't let it ruin your day. Go to ticketwizard.com. Stop worrying about it. 5 minutes could save you more than $500 on your next ticket. We're going to talk with Jevon for this entire hour. We need to cover, and we'll get headlines from Solana. Jason Pierre-Paul is coming to the Dolphins. Yep. Tyler Van Dyke is done at UM. 13 players were ejected during the Florida Panthers Ottawa Senators game last night. 167 penalty minutes handed out. Tonight's the second episode of Hard Knocks. I want to talk about that. Today's also Giving Tuesday. You know, you have Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Today's Giving Tuesday. So hopefully we can get the listeners to donate some money to some worthy causes today while they're listening to us. Twan Russell, you know, I'm a big supporter of the Russell Education Foundation. So we'll talk about that today. But Jevon Holland is sitting here next to me at Hollywood Kia. And so let's start with what your life has been like since Friday, because that pick-6, what'd you say, Solana, before we went on the air? What'd you say to Jevon?
Top 5 Dolphins moment of my lifetime.
Of your lifetime.
Yeah.
And you've been a Dolphins fan since you were born.
94 yeah. Out the womb.
I'm honored.
Since I can remember, you know, around 2000, 2001, hasn't been much winning before you got here. Top 5 Dolphins moment of my lifetime.
So what has it been like since Friday? You were, I'm guessing, in demand.
Right. My phone has been on the charger like 24/7 because my phone's been blowing up. All type of people following me on Instagram. I got back to my phone in the locker room because it happened at halftime, right? So I looked at my phone. I didn't look at my phone at halftime. I turned it over because it kept lighting up. So then I got back to my phone at the end of the game, and I had like 180 text messages, like 70 people tagging me on Instagram, Twitter blowing up, or X blowing up. So it was a lot to get through that. Now that took up like majority of the plane ride, and then like family members calling me, texting me, and friends, people's numbers I don't even have anymore. They're like, "Yo, great play." I'm like, "Appreciate it. Who is this?" Like, so it's been a lot. It's been a lot. People hit me up. I'm gonna be in Miami. Nah, like I'm just. There you go. Only game on Friday night. Like it was a lot, but it's been fun though. I still got some more to do, some interviews and whatnot after this. Yeah. Best part, and this isn't even a paid promo.
I know what you're gonna say.
TCL, not TLC. TCL was doing like a field upgrade. Like it's like a thing that they're doing all year, right? And they've thrown out these crazy deals, and the deal that night for Black Friday was 98-yard plus touchdown would unlock $1 million worth of 98-inch TVs from TCL. And your boy cracked that egg. And my marketing team hit me up, and they're like, "Yo, TCL sending you 98-inch TV." I'm like, what? Flat screen? Man, a 98-inch TV is like 84 inches long. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I just have enough room on my wall to fit it. And I texted my girlfriend. I'm like, "Yo, we're getting a 98-inch TV." She's like, I can't even see. She's like, what are we gonna do with that? I'm like, bro, like I don't know. I'm just So
had you seen that, Crowder? Did you see that promotion? Because there was this stuff because people were invested in it because they were giving away these 98-inch TVs, and then nobody knew if TCL was going to be able, because they didn't know if the promotion was 98 yards from scrimmage, which probably is what they were thinking, like an offensive touchdown 98 yards from scrimmage, which obviously wouldn't happen very often. And so they said they had to get clarity from the NFL, and they did by the end of that night. And they gave away $1 million worth because of him for people that had registered on their website, $1 million worth of 98-inch TVs. Yeah. And then they just gave him one because he's the man.
Let's go. So movie night and sports night are definitely going to be on the large screen for sure. But yeah, dude, 98-inch TVs are like 12 bands.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I looked that up. They're grip. So good thing mine is $399. Good thing mine's $399. That's my favorite price. $399.
You got a bunch of new fans giving them a 98-inch $12,000 TV. But I don't want to be the old football player, but Jevon, you're supposed to knock down the ball. You're supposed to knock the ball down on Hail Marys.
Look, I know what I'm supposed to do, but the opportunity presented itself. It came to me in a silver platter. I had to take it. He threw it up to me. It fell right to me. Like I didn't move left or right. I didn't go get it. It literally fell right in my chest. I jumped in the air because I was so excited. Boom. If I didn't jump, it might have been 100. Then and then it was just lineman. I was like, oh, come on. I need that. To the crib. Then Tim Boyle, give me your ankles. Had to walk him up real quick to the crib. Yes, sir.
What's going through your head? Tell us what's going through your head, because did you have the moment, like Crowder says there, where you thought to yourself, as that ball's coming at you, I should knock this down?
As soon as it left, as soon as you heard the flick of the ball, of the pigskin off his fingernail, I looked to my left and right. I said, I'm taking this back. I said, I'm returning this. There's no way. The same thing happened to me in college when we were playing Cal. Same thing. And I didn't cut back when I did, like when Chubb ended up blocking the lineman and I cut back. I didn't cut back and I went out of bounds, and no one remembers it. It's just like a whatever play because it was like a 50-yard return. I had to take that one to the crib.
Was there a point, though, during that run back? Because it started to get a little crowded towards the end. So was there a point where you said to yourself, I don't know if I'm going to make it. I don't know if I'm going to get there.
There was no doubt. I'm a punt returner. I've been returning all my life. So when I got the ball, I was like, oh yeah, it's just lineman. We're good. It's just old lineman. We're straight. And then I seen Christian on Breece Hall pancake him. I was like, oh yeah, that's what we needed. Yeah. My interior linemen were doing the job. They were out there battling for me, and I was like, oh yeah, I got to take that to the crib. Tim Boyle in front of me. Like, come on now. I did
and you did him crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, he was competing. You know, he competing. So I mean, shout out to Tim Boyle. Appreciate that, but I mean, hey, I had to do what I had to do, man. But I will say, Garrett Wilson was in the end zone when I caught the ball, and he ran all the way to the goal line. Like he did the same thing that I did.
He tried to keep up.
Yeah. So max effort from Garrett Wilson. Shout out to him for that for sure.
And then what about the celebration, bro?
So I get in the end zone. I take a couple of breaths because I was tired, and then I had to hit the shmees. It's a Bay Area dance. Y'all can look it up if y'all want to. It's called the shmees, and some people call it the Bay Bounce, but that's not the right term. It's called the shmees. Had to hit it. One of my best friends from back home, his brother and his friends, they're like a dance group. They were the ones that really make it famous on TikTok and Twitter and whatnot. So, but I had to hit that. Been hitting that since college, and and then everybody jumped on me and everything. So I couldn't really do all the celebrations, but had to throw the shmees out.
What about when you get into the locker room? So now, because the entire complexity of the game has changed on your one play, it is kind of feeling like doom and gloom, like, oh, what's going on here? There was a bad pick right before it, and then they're talking on the TV about, oh, Tim Boyle's got a big arm, so they'll probably try a Hail Mary here. Like, things are starting to look like it might go south for the Dolphins, and then this happens, and you're in the end zone. Now you run into the locker room for halftime. Like, what's going on? Is it like pandemonium?
Nah, it's just like everybody's like, great play. And my mindset is like, we still got a whole nother half. You know what I mean? Everybody's kind of in the same mindset. And we just needed to play to spark it off. That was it. And now we got our momentum going in the second half. We get the ball in the second quarter too. I mean, in the third quarter. So double dip. You can score before halves and then score after half. That puts you 2 times ahead. And then to just, build from there. So once I was able to score and I came in, I'm like, yes, like we get the double dip. Complimentary football. That's what I was really thinking. So when I got in the locker room, everybody was in the same mindset. And but I did have to turn my phone over, like I did say, because my phone was vibrating. It got like metal lockers.
Like people don't even wait till the game's over. Like they're just blowing up your phone already. They want to get in first.
Bro, I had to put it on my socks because it was vibrating on the metal. I was like, nah. I flipped it over. I'm like, nah, it's going through too crazy.
That is so great, man.
But I carried the ball. Like, so when I got in the end zone, I was dancing, and then Jay Rams came and was like jumping on me, and he knocked the ball in my hand. Then he handed it back to me, and I carried the ball all the way to the locker room. Ball boy was like, came up to me like, yo, can I? No. I walked all the way to the locker room, put it in my locker. I was like, this is coming with me. This is coming with me, for sure.
That's so great, man. Yeah. All right, Jevon Holland is going to be with us for the entire hour. What a memory he gave Dolphins fans. Did Tua come up there in halftime and thank you?
Yeah, he was like, ooh, it's great play. Appreciate it. Ooh, appreciate it. Yeah.
All right, let's get headlines from Solana so that we can take a break and come back and spend some more time with Jevon Holland here at Hollywood Kia. Let's get some headlines here with Alejandro Solana.
They're driven by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford. We know trucks. Hectic night across South Florida today. Last night, the Panthers blew out the Senators 5-0, and maybe the craziest hockey game ever in the history of hockey.
I don't know about that, but it was pretty wild there in the third period.
They kept showing Kachuk's family, and they were devastated.
It was great because it was Matthew Kachuk versus Brady Kachuk, and each Kachuk is just like each other, so they're just troublemakers. And I've never seen it before, but in the third period, there was a huge melee. The ref came, turned the microphone on, and he said, everyone on the ice. This reminded me of like the lunchroom lady punishing the entire lunchroom for a food fight that happened at one table. He turned on his mic and he said, everyone on the ice gets a 10-minute misconduct, which kicked everyone out of the game. And then the benches were pretty empty. Then another bench clearing brawl started and 3 more people got kicked out. It was pretty wild in the third period.
They're back on the ice tonight at the Maple Leafs, still in Canada, Javon's neck of the woods. That game, you can hear it on AM 790 tonight.
All right.
The Miami Heat back on their home floor finally. It feels like it's been months. They play the Bucks tonight, in-season tournament game. The Heat can still advance out of group play. They need a win today. That is paramount, but they're going to be shorthanded again. Jimmy Butler has been ruled out of tonight's ball game.
Damian Lillard playing for the Bucks?
I believe he is. Yeah,
all
Dame will be playing.
Freak time. Freak time.
Nah, don't do that. Come on. We need this stuff, Jevon.
Nah, but freak time is too crazy not to say. The Greek freak and Dame time mixed together is freak time. Who put that together?
Didn't they have a 26-point comeback the other night, Solana?
Who, the Bucks?
Yeah.
Who cares?
All right.
Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, come on.
Bucks are playing ball, boy.
All right. Yeah.
Bucks on that freak time, man, playing ball.
Solana doesn't know what just happened here. He lost control of the show.
What's going on here? Right. Do it in the playoffs, Bucks.
That's his go-to.
There it is.
Solana's going to say that to Jevon in the second segment today.
Canes Hoops, they're in action. Obviously, Heat Bucks will be on WQAM. Canes Hoops, number 8 in the nation. Big one tonight at Kentucky, 7:30 p.m. You can hear that game. Josie will be on the call, 96.5 FM HD2.
All right, very good.
Hawk, you mentioned it. The Dolphins have signed JPP. He will join the Miami Dolphins.
Local guy, by the way. Grew up in Deerfield Beach.
Yep. He's coming home. And last night, Monday Night Football, the Bears, first team this season to win a game without scoring a touchdown. That's about how we all thought that game was going to go.
That was amazing, man. That was amazing. Although Justin Fields had a dime when it counted.
Yeah.
Pulled it out, man.
Yeah.
Pulled it off.
Yeah.
That was terrible football is what that was. That game, and then I was forced to watch Giants-Patriots this weekend. Oh, was that a snooze fest? No NyQuil needed. Go watch the Patriot offense. That's all the sleep medicine you need.
Don't even smile, Jevon. Just don't nod, don't smile.
Hey, we sweep them, man. I ain't worried about the Patriots. We sweep them. I ain't worried about them. I seen it firsthand. Clickbait.